The Only Free Road, The Underground Railroad by Henry David Thoreau.
Imagine being born a slave and working 24/7 without any pay. William Wells Brown was one of the many slaves that used the Underground Railroad to free themselves. Slaves would escape when they got the opportunity, or they would plan it in advance. William Wells Brown, with other slaves, would have escaped north. During the day, slaves would have used moss on trees to direct them north, because moss grows north on trees. During the night, slaves would have used the North Star Polaris on the Little Dipper. The reason is, the position never changes and it is always pointing north. As William Wells Brown continued north, he would have tried to sneak on trains and ships using borrowed or stolen free papers. Free papers were legal papers given to freed slaves. Slaves would risk their lives using the free papers to get onto ships and trains because it was much faster than traveling on foot. As William Wells Brown continued north, he would have gone to a station or a safe house. One way to know if the house was safe is if a light was on, or if the house would respond to animal calls. They would have been provided with food and shelter. If the slaves did not want to stop at the house, they would check for any other clues. One way people would leave clues for slaves is by hanging a quilt outside. On the quilt, there would have been designs that showed them to the right path with special codes that directed them north.
A conductor was a person leading runaway slaves. The conductor would have sang them a spiritual with codes. One of the most famous spirituals is Follow the Drinking Gourd. Each verse has a secret code.
When the sun goes back and the first quail calls, follow the drinking gourd, for the old man is awaiting for the care.
Finally, after about a 4 to 7 week escape journey, William Wells Brown would have arrived north. After all that hard work, he would finally be free.
William Wells Brown was one of the many escaped slaves that suffered the treacherous journey of the Underground Railroad. The journey that William Wells Brown and many other slaves took is not uncommon today. Abused maids in Singapore try to struggle away from their owners. Another comparison is the Vietnam War. The soldiers and their families would dig tunnels and hide in them until it was safe to escape.